Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. This is Maraj Kamran and you're watching Explore Chemistry. So today we are going to solve AQAD September exam paper, and this paper is for HSC Part 1 Class 11 Chemistry MCQ based paper. So let's start. This paper is from year 2010. So first question of the paper is 2 moles of N2O5 contains. Now here you have to you need to find out number of molecules or number of atoms. So you will use the formula of number of molecules. The formula is number of molecules of N2O5 is equals to number of moles multiplied by Avogadro number. 2 moles are given in the question and Avogadro number value is this 6.02 exponent 23. When you will multiply, you will get this answer. I'll show you how you will get the answer. 2 multiply by 6.02 exponent 23. Your answer is 1.2 exponent 24. Now this answer is not matching with any other answer. So in number of molecules, molecules of N2O5 is 1.2 and here it is written 6.02. So this option is wrong. Now let's move to the next option. Here it is written atoms of nitrogen. So you need to find nitrogen atoms in this much molecules of N2O5. Here you will use the relationship between N2O5 molecule and nitrogen atoms. One N2O5 molecule contains 2 nitrogen atoms. Okay, so 1.24, which we have calculated from 2 moles, 1.24 exponent 24 molecules will contain how much nitrogen atoms. So here you need to multiply with nitrogen, that is nitrogen relation, that is 2. So your answer will be 24.08 and this answer is matching with option B. So the correct answer is option B. First, what you have done, you have calculated number of molecules of N2O5. Then from one molecule of N2O5, you have calculated number of atoms of nitrogen. Okay. Next question is, the reversible reaction is completed with the consumption of what? Irreversible reaction, which proceeds only in one direction. It is completed whenever limiting reactant will be finished off, will be used up. So this will be the correct answer. If limiting reactant will be used up, no more product will form. So the reaction can be completed with the consumption of limiting reactant. Question number 3 is, an equation is given below. You have to identify the correct statement regarding this equation. The balanced equation is given here. It is written 58.5 grams of NaCl gives 71 gram of chlorine. Let's check is it correct or not. The molecular mass of NaCl is 58.5. How? Sodium 23, chlorine 35.5. 23 plus 35.5. This is the molar mass. 35.5 is the mass of chlorine atom, is the 35.5 is the mass of chlorine atom. So you will get 58.3. So 58.3 is the mass of 1 mole, but here are written 2 moles. So this option is wrong. Now let's move to the next option. Here also 58.5 is written, so this is also wrong. Next option is 117 gram of NaCl gives 71 gram of chlorine. Let's see, 2 moles of NaCl mass will be either 117 or what. So 23 plus 35.5, this is 58.5 multiplied by 2. Yes, this is 117 gram, and according to this equation 117 grams of NaCl are reacting and it is giving Cl2 gas. Mass of 1 chlorine is 35.2, 35.5, and mass of 2 chlorine atoms are 71. So this option C is correct over here. This is the correct answer. Next is Bohr's atomic model is contrary to Planck's quantum theory, de Broglie principle, Pauli's exclusion principle, Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Now check the options. Planck's quantum theory says that energy travels in the form of packets. So Bohr's theory tells about the shells, and it tells about the formation of line spectrum, how electrons jump from one orbit to another orbit. Now next is, so this option is wrong. Next is de Broglie principle. De Broglie principle says that electron is a wave in moving condition. So this can also be wrong. Pauli's exclusion principle says that one electron will have different quantum numbers, all four different quantum number values. So this can be wrong. Heisenberg uncertainty principle. This is the correct answer because this principle says that we cannot find position and velocity of a moving electron simultaneously. And according to Bohr's atomic model, electron is present in first shell, and when it jumps to higher shell, it absorbs energy. So Bohr's atomic theory is telling you the position of any electron, and according to Heisenberg uncertainty principle, we cannot find the velocity and position of any moving electron. So this is the correct option. Now number 5 is the possible value of magnetic quantum number for 1s is. Magnetic quantum number is represented by ms, and their values are integer of azimuthal quantum number from minus L to plus L. This is 1s. For s, magnetic quantum number is 0 always, as azimuthal quantum number is always 0. So 0 is the correct answer for this MCQ. Next option is number 6. Which of the following species have unpaired electrons in anti-bonding molecular orbital? Okay, for finding unpaired electron, you need to count total number of electrons. This first option is F2. F is fluorine having 9 total electrons. So two fluorine atoms will have 18 total electrons. So these will not contain any unpaired electron in anti-bonding molecular orbital. This is the orbital diagram for fluorine molecule. Here you can see none of the molecular orbital contains single or unpaired electron. Okay, so this option is wrong. Option 1 is wrong. Second is Br2. Bromine is similar to fluorine because both belongs to same group. Both are having 7 valence electrons. So in two atoms of bromine, there will be 14 valence electrons. So this is also wrong. Next option is O2 plus 2. O2 with the power plus 2. One oxygen atom is having 8 electrons. Two oxygen atoms will have 16 electrons, but with plus 2 charge, this molecule will contain plus 4 electrons. Let's see what is the orbital diagram for O2 molecule. Okay, this is the orbital diagram for O2 molecule. If two unpaired electrons are present over here, but the molecule is plus 2 charge, means these two unpaired electrons will remove. Now no unpaired electron will be remaining in O2 plus 2 molecule, because this is O2 plus 2 molecule given in the option, and here we are seeing orbital diagram of O2 molecule. So these two electrons will be removed from this ion. So last option is N2 minus 2. One nitrogen atom is having 7 electrons. Two nitrogen atoms will have 14 electrons. But minus 2 means there are total 16 electrons in this species. So let's see the orbital diagram of N2 molecule. N2 molecule will have different orbital diagram. Px and Py will have lower energy, okay, and Pz will have higher energy. Here also you can see. So when two electrons will be added, two extra electrons will be added, there are no electron in anti-bonding molecular orbital. These two extra electrons will be filled over here in these two degenerated orbitals, following Hund's rule. One electron will be filled over here, another electron will be filled over here. So this molecule will become N2 minus 2. Two electrons have been gained. Now, when these two anti-bonding molecular orbitals will have unpaired electron, so the correct option is D, N2 minus 2. Got it? Nitrogen orbital diagram is exceptional case. Okay, next question is, in a molecule when S character of hybridized orbital of the central atom decreases, the bond angle will increase or decrease. This you have to find. Now see, in sp3 hybridization, there is 25% S character and 75% P character. In sp2 hybridization, in sp2 S character has increased. In sp1 S character has more increased. 50% S character is present and 50% P character is present. So here from sp3 to sp1, percentage of S orbital is increasing. So the bond angle in sp3 hybridization, tetrahedral is the geometry, bond angle is 109.5. In sp2 hybridization, geometry is trigonal planar, bond angle is 120 degree. In sp1 hybridization, geometry is linear and bond angle is 180 degree. Now here you can see, when percentage of S character is increasing, bond angle is also increasing. This is the bond angle of sp3 hybridization, sp2 hybridization, sp1 hybridization. So bond angle is increasing with percentage of S character. So here you can see what is written in a molecule when S character of hybridized orbital of the central atom decrease, the bond angle will also decrease. From sp1 to sp3, percentage of S character is decreasing, so bond angle is also decreasing from 180 to 109.5. So this is the correct answer. Next option is, which of the next question is, which of the following molecules has a dipole moment 0? Where there is no lone pair present and where there is symmetrical structure present, the dipole moment will be 0. In case of H2 molecule, dipole moment is 0. In case of H2O, a lone pair is present. Similarly, in NH3, lone pair is present. So the correct answer is HCl, which is a diatomic molecule and only one bond is present. So bond and dipole moment will not be 0 over here. In case of diatomic molecules, all diatomic molecules are having dipole moment value and they are polar in nature. Number 9, which of the following pairs of gases diffuses at the same rate? The gases with same molecular formula will diffuse with the same rate. This question is related to gases chapter and that chapter is not included in this year examination, AQB examination. So here we are not discussing these two MCQs. Let's move towards MCQ number 11. A razor blade floats on the surface of water. Although it is made up of steel, this is due to the answer is surface tension of water, because due to surface tension, strong hydrogen bonding is present on the surface of water. That hydrogen bonds will not let razor to go down at the bottom of the water surface. So this is because of surface tension. Number 12, water can exist in all three states. The smallest volume of occupied by a given mass of water is exhibited at. As you know, density is inversely related to volume. Where there is a highest density, the volume will be the least. And water shows highest density at 4 degrees centigrade. So at 4 degrees centigrade, volume will be the least. But these values of temperature are written in Kelvin scale. So by adding 273, you can convert 4 degree into Kelvin scale. So the correct answer will be 277 Kelvin. That is equal to 4 degrees centigrade. Next question is number 13. In crystalline solids, certain properties vary with direction. These properties are called, means different direction, different properties in crystalline solids, and this phenomena is known as anisotropism. And these types of properties, and this property of any crystalline solid is known as anisotropic. As you all know, crystalline solids are anisotropic and amorphous solids are isotropic. Number 14, if in a unit cell all angles are right angles, means 90 degree, and all edges are of equal length, the crystal system must be cubic. The correct answer is cubic, because this is the perfect symmetrical crystalline structure. Number 15, the solubility product of magnesium carbonate is 4 exponent minus 8. The maximum concentration of magnesium plus 2 ion in solution is. So here you need to do some calculation. Magnesium carbonate, whenever it will break down, it will give magnesium ion with plus 2 charge and carbonate ion with minus 2 charge. So Ksp expression for this ionization dissociation equation will be magnesium plus 2 multiply by carbonate minus 2 concentration. Here you need to find concentration of magnesium. Let's suppose equilibrium concentration of magnesium ion is S and carbonate ion is also S, because both are producing 1 mole. So Ksp value, if we'll put this S over here, so this equation will become Ksp is equals to S dot S or S square. If you will find this X, means you will find concentration of magnesium ion. So let's put the Ksp value which is given in the question in this equation. The Ksp value is 4 exponent minus 8. If you will take under root of this Ksp value, you can easily find value of S, and S means concentration of magnesium ion. So let's find the correct answer. 4 exponent minus 8 under root. Correct answer is 2 exponent minus 4, which is written in option A and in option B also. So you need to choose according to the unit. Unit for this will be what? This is the concentration, and concentration unit is always mole per decimeter cube. So correct answer is 2 exponent minus 4 mole per decimeter cube. Okay. Next question is, which of the following factors will affect the equilibrium constant? Equilibrium constant is affected by temperature only. Kc value is temperature dependent. So temperature is the correct answer. Number 17. Which of the following pairs of compound does not form a buffer solution? Does not form. A buffer solution is formed by any weak acid or base with their salts. So let's see here, an acid is present and its salt with a strong base is also present. Sodium comes from sodium hydroxide, or so sodium is a strong radical. Whenever it will be present in any salt, the salt will become strong. So this will make a buffer solution. In case of this option, here salt is present and acid is present. This is acetic acid and sodium chlorate. So this will be wrong. It will not form a buffer solution. This is acetic acid and sodium acetate. It will form buffer solution. It is nitrous acid and lithium nitrate. So this will also form a buffer solution, and this is ammonia and ammonium chloride. This will also form a buffer solution. So correct option is option B. This will not form any buffer solution. Number 18. All of the following give an acidic solution in water, except these are different salts. If any salt is made from strong acid with weak base, it will give you strong acidic solution. Now let's see AlCl3. From which acid or base it has been formed? Positive ion of any salt comes from base and negative ion of any salt comes from acid. So it means this AlCl3 has formed from aluminium hydroxide and HCl. Aluminium hydroxide is weak base and HCl is strong acid. So that salt which is made from the combination of these two acid and base, this salt will give acidic solution because it has made from strong acid. Next, copper sulfate also, it has made from copper hydroxide and sulfuric acid. Again, sulfuric acid is a strong acid, so this salt will also give acidic solution. Next is NH4Cl. NH4 comes from ammonium hydroxide, which is a weak base, and HCl gives Cl radical, which is again a strong acid. So this salt will also make acidic solution. Sodium carbonate. In case of sodium carbonate, sodium came from sodium hydroxide, which is a strong base. So the solution of this salt will be basic. Carbonate radical comes from carbonic acid, which is a weak acid. So solution, aqueous solution of this salt will be basic. So this will be the correct answer because you need to find except acidic solution. All of the following will give an acidic solution except. So this last one will give you basic solution. Number 19. According to Henderson equation, when pH is equals to pK, then the salt is equal to concentration of acids. And in buffer solution, we take weak acid, so this will be the correct answer. Henderson equation is for buffer solution. In buffer solution, we take weak acid. So whenever acid and salt concentration will be equal, pH will be equal to pKa value. Number 20. Which of the following is balanced neutralization reaction that leads to the formation of an acidic salt? All neutralization reaction are forming some salts. Acidic salts are those salts which contain hydrogen in the center, or those salts which are acidic in nature. So here you need to identify which one will produce acidic salt. And you need to check the balancing as well and charges as well. Now here there are two salts which contains hydrogen ion, but over here this formula is wrong. Balancing is wrong in this case. Oh, balancing is correct, but valency is wrong. So this will be the correct option. This is the balanced equation which is producing acidic salt. Number 21 is related to the chapter which is not included in your exam. Number 22 also, but you can easily solve. Molarity concept is given. Molarity concept is an acid-base chapter. So here you need to find mass of HCl which is needed to prepare 5 molar HCl solution. Molarity is given. Mass you need to find in 1 liter. So here you need to multiply 1 and molar mass of HCl with 5. Let's see what will be the answer. 5 multiplied by 36.5. Your answer is 1.82 exponent 2 grams. So this is the correct answer, option B. So these questions are not related to your syllabus this year. MCQ number 23, MCQ number 24 also, and 25 also. Let's come on MCQ number 26. Faraday's second law of electrolysis states that the amount of different substances deposited at the electrode by the same quantity of electricity is directly proportional to. Second law is related to equivalent weight. Mass of different substances are directly proportional to their equivalent weight if same amount of same amount of electricity or charges are passed through these two solutions. So D is the correct option. Number 27, the oxidation number of manganese in KMnO4. Oxygen oxidation number is -8, potassium +1, so manganese will be +7. Correct answer is C, +7. Number 28. In which of the following reaction does hydrogen behave as an oxidizing agent? Here you need to check which species is reducing, which species is oxidizing. In first equation, hydrogen oxidation number is changing from 0 to +1. This process is oxidation. So here hydrogen is acting as reducing agent. And you need to find oxidizing agent. Let's see next one. Here hydrogen is changing from 0 to plus, again oxidation, again reducing agent. Here hydrogen is changing from 0 to plus, again oxidation process, again here hydrogen is acting as reducing agent. Now let's check this equation. Over here metal hydride is forming. Hydrogen oxidation state is changing from 0 to -1. In case of metal hydrides, oxidation state of hydrogen is -1, not +1. So this process is reduction. Here hydrogen is acting as oxidizing agent. So this will be the correct answer. Next question number 29 is which of the following reactions possess the highest enthalpy of neutralization? For strong acids and bases, neutralization heat of neutralization is highest and remains constant. Now you need to check where strong acid and base is present. This is acetic acid, weak acid. Over here both are strong. Nitric acid and potassium hydroxide are based from one group element. It is also strong. Here ammonium hydroxide is weak. Here sodium bicarbonate is weak. So this reaction, actually sodium bicarbonate is base, sodium hydroxide is also base. So this reaction option B will give highest enthalpy of neutralization, because when reaction will take place fastly, it will release heat fast and in excess amount. Last question number 30 is Hess's law is used to calculate, as you all know, total heat, change in total heat is calculated by Hess's law, and it is delta H. Enthalpy change in enthalpy, and enthalpy is total heat content of any system. So delta H is the correct answer. So here we have done 2010 past papers. We'll be right back with another year's past paper solution. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.